I don't know about you guys, but I think a lot about freeze dryers for some reason. It's like my Roman Empire. Not really, but I think that they're pretty interesting. I think that the concept of sublimation is really interesting. And I think that the candy is just better a lot of times, right? This is an example. I got this at It's Sugar, just down the street from me here in Farmington. Really delicious freeze-dried candy. So I thought, what would it take to make my own freeze dryer? So I did it. All right, this is a vacuum chamber. This is our pump. Between those, this is our condensing chamber, essentially. So just making it so the moisture doesn't get into my pump. It instead will be captured here, as you can see. Oh, I didn't mention there's also a heating pad under here, giving us temperature that we need for underneath our product. So this tray is a little bit warm. This is peloncito. If you know what that is, we can be friends. It is frozen solid like a rock. And we're gonna turn this pump on. I'm gonna close our intake. So our chamber is suctioning. We've got our warming tray here, which is just for seeds. So this is pulling through this hose here. Going through our condensing chamber is just acetone and dry ice. And we're just putting that in here. Now I should be wearing gloves. Don't try this at home, obviously, but as Grant has already shown us, you can put this stuff in your mouth. As long as you're being careful, as long as I'm not getting a hot spot, holding it in my hand in one place for too long, then it's not going to burn me, or freeze me rather. You can see that this is extruding all of the moisture from that. It's actually sublimating. Sublimation is when we are instantly going from a solid to a gas, or skipping the liquid phase essentially. So it's going to puff up whatever we have in our chamber and extract that moisture, which is giving it that freeze-dried effect essentially. Here's the problem. I don't actually know when it's done. I'm kind of just going based on my best guess. I can't believe it's actually working. This is actually freaking cool. Homemade freeze dryer right here on my bench top. I don't have time for the whole thing, but that's about halfway there. You can see it kind of breaking apart a little bit. I find the process just fascinating. The other thing I have here is just like something to help me cool down my pump. This is just what I use for my cameras. I just got it off Amazon. It's got a little battery there and a little like kind of cooling unit. Basically like a sophisticated version of what this is, right? It is really crazy because you can kind of see the items sweating off the moisture. So you'll see things kind of start to like sweat. You'll see things start to crystallize because it's boiling at a cold temperature essentially because you're in a vacuum. It's boiling that off. There's gonna be a lot of moisture to pull out of that bread that's on that Twinkie and in the cream, to be honest. So this will be here for a second. I'm gonna leave this under vacuum and pumping for the next probably 6 or 7 hours, and then I'll show you the result. This knife is from our survival kit that we recently did, dollar store survival kit. It's a great knife. This is freeze-dried. It's a freeze-dried Twinkie. Oh, that's awesome. Nice. Oh, that's delightful. This is a great project. Or this is definitely better than a normal Twinkie. And it was awesome. So here's a little crunch. Nice. Freeze-dried Twinkie. Yeah. Freeze drying is cool. What if you want to freeze dry something that's actually useful, like some leftover food? In this case, bananas. Because ultimately this is the main purpose of it, right? You want to be able to preserve food. Maybe you save some meat or something for the dog, make some treats. I'm definitely gonna do that for Frank. Anyway, let's see this work. This is gonna take a little too long. I can tell that it is extruding the moisture pretty well, but I wanna move on to something else. I wanna try these sweet tarts. Spread them out a little bit, and let's get cooking, or uncooking. So there's a couple things that I've learned so far. Number one, gummy things don't really freeze dry. There are some things that are freeze drying pretty well. I have high hopes for these Skittles, but part of what I've learned is I can't really turn off the pump. It has to be continuous flow for it really to work. Otherwise the moisture stays in the chamber and it doesn't really sublimate, which means I need to do either things that are really thin or things that I know are going to extract the moisture pretty well, like the inside of a Skittle. All right, once again, I wanna try to release this and then turn it off. This still looks like there's moisture in there, maybe. Ooh, yeah, you see that? Crumbly. If you did it for a full cycle and I wasn't so impatient and didn't have to post this video, you would be getting a full crunch. But you saw it with the Twinkie. These are finished up, but I'm really excited to try them. Let's get this going. So we've tried a bunch of things so far. A couple things have worked. The Twinkie obviously was the best, but I think that this is gonna be a good one. There it is, breaking apart. Well, this part kind of stuck, the middle part was stuck together. So, still just a timing thing, but it's working. Sublimation process is very cool. Boiling off that water, it's very interesting and it's very helpful for preserving food and all that stuff. Probably not something that's actually useful to build on your own. However, it is very cool if you want to build it, to be able to learn that process. And there's a lot of experiments that you can do with these items. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and smash that bell so you can know when more videos like this are coming. We'll see you in the next one.